Hey you guys, welcome to my channel. I am Ranicia Roche, and in this video, you guys, I will be giving you some tips and some tricks that helped me to pass A&P-1. I'm so excited that I passed. It was a stressful semester, so I'm going to give you guys my tips and my tricks to help me to pass. So the first things first, let's just go on and get straight into it. Flashcards. Can you guys see this? You will need flashcards. These flashcards will be your best friend. You will need you some flashcards. Go anywhere. You can go to Walmart, Target, Dollar General, Dollar Tree, anywhere. You can go anywhere and get you some flashcards. These particular cards, I got these from Walmart, I believe. Yeah, I got these from Walmart. This is the jumbo size, and it's very colorful. So all of these have things on it. So I took my time and color coordinated everything for different systems in the body, different directional medical terminology. So flashcards are very, very helpful. Throughout this process, I have learned for myself that I am a different type of learner. So what do I mean when I say that? So I am very visual. So, like, prime example, if my professor is telling me, hey, this is your arm, this is another word for your arm, I would be like, okay, I don't understand that. You have to show me. And when you're in a class of, like 20 students, 20, 30 students, but with COVID, it's probably like half that, So they can't just cater to you. So I was like, okay, I'll just take it into my own hands. So then that's when I went and I made my flashcards. And on some of my flashcards, I drew out things. Some of my flashcards, I broke down terminology. I came up with different ways for me to understand it, which I think is very important because when you go into medical, anything within the medical field, when you have to know different terminology, directional planes, and everything like that, you are going to have to know this. So you have to break it down and figure out a way that will work for you. So yeah, flashcards are number one. I'm keeping these flashcards. These flashcards are not going nowhere. And you also can get these in a flashcard holder, or you could just put like a jumbo rubber band around it. So yeah, flashcards. Very helpful. Another thing, you guys, is Quizlet. If you never heard of Quizlet, it's very, very, very helpful. You can go to Quizlet and you can also put in the question that you're looking for to get help with, or you can just put in A&P. Hundreds of different Quizlets that will come up from people all over the world that have made like key terms. They made quizzes, they made questions. This is going to be helpful to you because, of course, that certain question is not going to be on your exam because every professor does everything differently. But the question can be very familiar. So I definitely recommend going on Quizlet. Yes, you guys, sorry about that. And another thing is you need to download this app that's called Socratic, Socratic, in your app store. That helped me tremendously. So this what is so cool about it. So if you have a question, you scan it on your phone, boom, it pops up. Not only does it, like the answer pops up, it explains it to you. It have a diagram, all that. So definitely download that app. That app is free. And you also can use it for different subjects. So yeah, I just wanted to put that in there before I forgot. But back to Quizlet. Quizlet is very helpful. Even when I was studying to do cosmetology, I am a licensed cosmetologist, I went on Quizlet, and that's how I was able to ace all my exams and everything. So definitely download Quizlet. Another thing that I did, you guys, I printed out all of the PowerPoints. So this is an example. Let me use this one because I wrote on this one. It says chapter, I'm trying to make sure it doesn't say any name or anything. Okay, chapter 7, and this is the skeletal system. And as you can see, I wrote on it. So I printed out the PowerPoint. And the reason why I printed out the PowerPoint is because I wanted to go over it myself, because when you're in class, you probably have like an hour and a half or 2 hours at the most. So your professor is trying to cram all this information into that small section. So they will most likely go from a PowerPoint of like, hey, I created a PowerPoint, I downloaded it, and I printed it out. So I just went through each PowerPoint, took my time, I highlighted, and things that I didn't understand. Let me show you. So things that I didn't understand at the time, I would write it out, and then when I have class, and then after class, my professor, like, you might got a question, I'm like, hey, so for a prime example, the sagittal plane, I always get tongue twisted with that, which is right here, and I wrote down right side view of the skull. So this is your sagittal plane. So at first I didn't understand that, so I wrote it down and highlighted and made sure to ask her, you know, after. So if you are a visual learner like I am, or just an in detail person, make sure that you print out your PowerPoints. So another thing, you guys, is as you can see, it says right here the ribs, right? They only give you 5 PowerPoints. I mean 5 key points, I'm sorry, on the ribs. This is not all the information that I needed to know, right? This is not all the information. Look at all this other stuff at the bottom that I wrote. So sometimes you do have to do your own research and just look more into it. You don't have to, but I just am. Oh. This might be a little graphic, so I'm just gonna show it real fast. Okay. So another thing that really helped me is to get a color printer. Okay? Make sure you get a color printer, because I'm trying not to be too graphic, but this is just a disorder on a child. But you see how you can really see that? When it's not in color, you can't really see the details. Like, look at this right here. All the detail in that. You can really see that. So, yeah. And then you can, like, this one as well. You can really see what's going on. Do you see this? Look how the spine is curved. Look at her spine. Look. So if you get you a color printer, you'll be able to look at and see all those different things. So that's one thing I made sure I did, was get me a color printer. Now look, everybody's on a budget, okay? So I'm not telling you go out and get this expensive printer. You don't gotta go to Best Buy. You can go to Walmart, Target, get you a nice little color printer. They be having sales, especially like back to school and stuff like that. Perfect time to catch them on sale. But yeah, so you can go out and get you a little color printer, and so you can print things out. It's better in color anyway, I feel like. Look how vibrant that is. If this was not in color, I wouldn't even get to see what all this is. You guys, get you a color printer. And what you also can do is get you a instant ink. There we go. It comes with like HP printers and everything like that. I have an HP, but I don't know about any other printer. But you can get you an instant ink, and what it is, depending on how much you print, they send you ink every month for, I think, like $7, $8, something like that. So yeah. So these were my PowerPoints that I printed out. So that's what I did. And then these were my reviews. I'm trying to show y'all. This shows what campus I go to. Let me try to. Hold on, y'all. Look at the bottom page. Okay, because it had my campus at the top. So that right there, that is just a review that your professor will give you when it's time for your exams. And I printed that out. And what I did, depending on your professor, on how tech savvy they are, they will print out things that would be similar to the text, which my professor was so kind enough to do. So this was a question on the test. It wasn't exactly like this, but very, very similar to it. So not every professor is going to do that, because every professor, you know, everybody teach different, just like everybody learn different. So that was another thing that was helpful to me, was I printed out my my reviews and I went over it. And I have some other ones, but I'm not sure where they are. But this is just an old one. But once I went over my review and I understood it using my Quizlet and Socratic, I would cross it out. Once I cross it out, I know, okay, I'm good. I understand it, okay? So that was that. Another thing, you guys, what they are doing now, which I don't understand. I don't know if it's for saving money or what. But when you go and get your syllabus and it tells you what book you need, they are doing the online version. A lot of schools are doing the online version. My school is. So they don't have it when you go to the bookstore and you pick up your book. You just download it online. The way my eyes are set up, they hurt my eyes. So I had to finally go get my glasses because I was just looking at the computer studying and I'm like, damn, I have a headache. You know, I've been sitting here for like 2 hours. I have a headache. So what I did, you also can opt out, okay? But this is what your professor will tell you. I'm letting y'all in on a little secret. You know, this is what they'll tell you. They'll say, well, it's cheaper if you just download it. But if you opt out, it's higher. I guess it depends on what book. Because I opted out for this book right here. And guess what? Let me show y'all. I opted out for this book right here. And guess how much this book was? This book was $9. Okay? So I went to Walmart. Y'all know I love Walmart. I went to Walmart and got me a heavy duty clear cover binder, 3-inch. That way my whole book can fit in here. Because they would send you the loosely copy, which I was cool with. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, I don't have to carry around a heavy hard copy book. I can just do the loose leaf one. This book was $9. So I just got it and I just put it in here. And look at this. Look how accessible that is. I'm able to, you know what I'm saying, when we in class, they're like, all right, we're going to turn to lab. Let's see. We're going to turn to lab 14, which is a skull. Okay. So while everybody else is on their laptop trying to pull it up, I'm like, bam, here we go. We right here. We're on lab 14. Like, here we go. And then, you guys, remember when I was talking about printing in color? Let me show you. Look how vibrant this is. If this not vibrant, I don't know what it is. Hold on, you guys. Look. Can you see that? Look at that. This how the book comes. It's so vibrant. Because I've noticed that some books are in black and white. Have you guys noticed that? Some books are in black and white. Maybe that's just the older version. So yeah, you guys, I opted out. I'm not saying do that for every book. I'm not saying that. But for me, the way my eyes are set up, I need to see. I'm not looking at no computer screen for no 3-4 hours trying to study. I'm not doing it. And that's not healthy for your eyes anymore. So yeah, I had opted out for this one. And what I also love about this one, you guys, I am physically able to write on this. So for my lab course, all of my classmates except for myself had laptops. I did not bring a laptop. Only time I brought my laptop to class was when we had an exam. But he's like, you know, like I just said, he was like, you know, turn to this, and then this is what we're going to be working on. Go grab, you know, the bones out of the cabinets and stuff. And I'm like, okay, so here we are. So I'm able to write down everything. I'm able to put my sticky notes and everything in. So if you can opt out for a hard copy, I would definitely recommend it. For me, I'm not telling nobody to just opt out, you know what I'm saying? But for me, this will work for me. So yeah. All of this for $9. Like, you can't beat that. You can't beat that. It's just like if you are, I'm sorry, you guys. I found all my old stuff I was trying to show you. So it's just like if you was just, you know, looking at the laptop, but you got it in your hand. And what I was telling you guys, remember I was saying about the review. So this is like a new review that I printed out. And this is how I study. I highlight different colors. I put my sticky notes. So when I put the sticky note, that's just reminding me a short little summary of what I already read. So for an example, if it's like, okay, the cells, keratin cells. I'm like, okay, so this is what that is. Boom, I already know. So yeah, I love to highlight, you guys, and I love to sticky note. These little sticky notes I got from Walmart. Like, this one is a really good example, you guys. Really, really good. This one is about burns. So, first, second, and third degree burns. So, that's what that is. Okay, so now we're done with that part. Another thing is studying. Study, study, study. So, for me, I work full time, so it's not like I can study like, you know, 8 a.m. to 12 p.m. because I'm going to be at work. So, what I did was, when I got off, after I took my bath, I set time out, and I'm like, from this hour to this hour, so maybe like from 8 to 11, 8 to 12, somewhere within that, I studied. Excuse me. And what I noticed is that if you overstudy, I'm sorry, you guys, I got hiccups. If you overstudy, you would automatically forget what you studied. And that's one thing that I did learn, because at the beginning, I was like reading everything, and I'm like, okay, what did I just read? It's like, how do you read all this and the information was not retaining? And that's because you're tired. So make sure that you are relaxed. Make sure that you're focused when you're studying. I'll say study between 1 to 2 hours a day. Do not go over that, because you got to think about what you did, you know, in the previous hours, or what you have to do the next day, that you can't stay up too late. So make sure that at least 1 or 2 hours a day you studying. I'm telling you guys, it's very, very important. You would need A&P for the rest of your career. For the rest of your career. And depending on like what career field you want to go into medical, I'm going into nursing. And like if you want to, I'm going to nursing, but the overall goal is to be an A&P. So once I get over that hurdle, the doctors will be asking me, okay, so what is this? And you're like, oh, what? I mean, I took A&P, but I just can't remember. And they're going to be looking at you like you're crazy. So please, please, please find time to study. Do not study when it's crowded. You know, you're in a crowded area, like your family's running around. Go into a quiet place and study. For me, I cannot study in silence. I can't do it. Like, I can't. I have to have like some music going. Don't have to be loud. Very low, very mellow. So that was one thing. Studying is very, very important, you guys. And it's almost time to wrap this up, but I got a special guest. I'm so excited. He wants to bless us with his presence. You guys ready? This is Felix. Felix, say hello. Hello, hello, hello. Thank you for having me. Y'all like, girl, you crazy. But this is Felix. Y'all, I told y'all I'm trying to help y'all to pass. So this right here is Felix, and I'm trying to put him in here. Okay, so this is Felix. I got Felix from Amazon, and he came already put together. I can take him off, so as you guys can see, and he can sit down. Okay, let's do it like that. So yeah, he can come off. It comes with this stand right here. And what I did, you guys, it probably rubbed off because we moved. So, like I said, I'm a visual learner. So what I did, I ordered Felix and I wrote on him. I wrote every part of the body. Every single part. Like, this is a humerus. This is your pelvic girdle. Every part of the body, I wrote it. So just in case I needed to refer back to something, I'm like, okay, let me get Felix and let me see. Okay, Felix. And then another thing, you guys, look, his skull come off. Look how that, can you see that? It look like veins. And then look on the inside of his brain. Can you see? This is so freaking cool. I don't exactly remember how much he was. They got some, if you're gonna do this, which I think is a really good investment, make sure you look at the reviews and make sure that it's a good size. Like, look at this. Look at his little kneecaps. This right here is a really, really good size. I seen one review where a lady said she thought she was getting this size and got one that was like that big. So yeah, this is Felix, and I wrote all over him. It comes off or whatever, but this is very, very very helpful. So whenever I was in class and I was like, man, you know, I just don't understand. I just don't understand, you know what I'm saying, this terminology. I was like, I need something better. I printed out everything. I got my flashcards. I got my Post-it notes. I just need something more that's going to help me. And then, boom, this popped in my mind. Felix is going to be with me forever because he's a very good source. And look at the detail. How it's put together. His hands, his fingers. Look at the kneecaps. Like, even the back of the heels. Look at this. This is so cool. So yeah, you guys, I ordered him from Amazon. And another good thing, oh, how can I forget this? Group me. If you are in a group me with your let me put Felix down, you guys. If you're in a group me, because I know a lot of times like people just add you into group me's, make sure that it's a group that actually focusing on school, focusing on the work, and actually, you know, y'all trying to study. Thankfully, my A&P group, you know, we was on it. We was like, hey, you know, during class, I didn't understand it. Do anybody understand it? And then it's very, very helpful. So group me is very helpful within your class if they are in it for the right reasons. Another thing, and this is going to be the last thing. Please, let me come closer. Please get you a tutor. Please get you a tutor. Please, please, please get a tutor. I got a tutor. I get a tutor every single semester. I don't care. You know what I'm saying? Like, for my school, I paid for it. Well, it's in your tuition anyway, which I don't know. Oh, I'm sorry. It's one more thing after this. Okay. So, yeah. So, when you do your tuition, I like to get a breakdown and everything because I have been paying out of pocket, but that's a whole nother story. So, yeah. If you get a breakdown of your tuition and see everything that's included, tutor is included in that. You are paying for a student tutor anyway, so why not take advantage? I took advantage of it. I take advantage of it every single semester, and it helps tremendously. Please get you a tutor. Whatever campus you're at, look into it and see how the tutoring session is. Okay, so I promise you guys, because I don't want the video to go too long. This is very, very important as well. Your advisor. My advisor was like an angel. Okay, she is an angel. She's so helpful when I'm stressed out. I email her. We didn't talk on the phone and all stuff like that. Make sure you can't switch advisors. That's number one. But make sure you get an advisor that's within your degree plan. Like my advisor is head of nursing. So she already know what's going on. She know what classes I need to take. She know about the HESI exam, everything like that. Sometimes they will assign you to advisors that's not even in the department. They're like, I don't know what you're talking about. So make sure that you follow with your advisor. If not weekly, bi-weekly, and make sure that your advisor is in the department that, you know, you're trying to go into. So that is it, you guys. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I hope you took the tips down, wrote them down and everything. And until next time I see you. Felix, you want to say goodbye to the people? Bye. Bye, you guys. See you next time.